when we got out this morning.
184 pounds. Owen Webster, ranked 22nd in the country, the senior, looking for his 20th victory of the season. He'll get the freshman Aaron Brooks, record of 9-1. Brooks beat Johnny Sebastian 3-2 on Friday night. Aaron Brooks, two-time Junior World Team member, captured Junior World Silver in 2018. Pulled his red shirt. Just the one loss to Taylor Venz of Nebraska back on January 24th, fell to the Cornhusker 9-5. Brooks, four-time Maryland state champion out of Hagerstown, Maryland.
Impressive as a freshman to see what he's done this season, coming up against a senior in Webster.
Mentioned Johnny Sebastian. Webster had a really nice win against the Badger with some great defense. That was 3-1 in sudden victory, and Sebastian in that match was in really good shape 4 or 5 times, and Webster showing his scrambling ability. Moves really well. He's out of Shakopee, Minnesota, the redshirt junior. Was at Augsburg, Division III All-American. He was 3rd back in 2017. They just got done wrestling Augsburg and Wartburg. Battle of the Bergs. Wartburg getting it done this past week.
I like that heavy snap down.
Shoot, takedown!
Brooks stays with it, able to corral the ankles and work up for the takedown. 2-0.
1, neutral.
I was going to say heavy snap down out of Webster early on in the period. Great change of levels out of Brooks.
Webster, the fastest pin in Minnesota program history, 11 seconds back in November of 2017. 4-2 in the Big Ten. Brooks leading it 2-1. 1:15 remaining here in this first period.
A couple snap downs of Brooks. Now the reason I like that, that's going to pay dividends later in the match. Tiring out the back and neck of the opponent, even if you're not scoring off it.
Webster has won 7 of his last 9.
Let him go. Let go of the fingers.
Had a nice win here a couple weeks back, 5-4 over Rocky Jordan of Ohio State. That was a fun duel.
Shot.
Brooks gets his hips underneath him and drives him through for the takedown. 4-1.
Bazigar finished there.
That was some strength.
Yeah, it's hard to finish upper body, a higher weight class like that. Great positioning.
Now if you're Brooks right here with 30 seconds, keep him flat. Keep it 4-1 if you can. If you're able to do that, you'll be knocking on the door of a minute in riding time. Hook to the inside. Not much out of Webster in the final seconds in this first period. And Brooks, on the strength of 2 takedowns, he's up by 3. There you see that strength. Heavy with the snap, JD.
Yeah, let's see this snap down here. I think he snaps Webster all the way to his knees. Not on that one, but he had prior to. And then changing levels here, getting in, driving across in a nice double leg. Great head position.
His feet.
Yep.
Kept his feet moving. Now Webster's second period on bottom. Riding time now goes over a minute for the Nittany Lion Brooks. Thinking cradle perhaps.
When you get your body snapped to the mat or pulled down constantly, it starts to wear on you subconsciously too, from a mental standpoint.
You break guys on top. That's where you drain them mentally, as you said, physically. And Webster, it's been a common theme. Cadet, juniors, U23 world team members on both sides.
All right, let's go when you're ready, Aaron.
Cadet,
When you're ready, let's go.
world bronze for Owen Webster. Can't speak about it enough, the opportunities with USA Wrestling, freestyle and Greco. Great opportunities. You know, freestyle with those finishes. The quick finish is so critical in freestyle, and on the Greco side, learning how to hand fight, head fight. If anything, JD, just getting tough, learning how to grind, being in uncomfortable positions.
I was nervous to first start them, but I basically started Greco, freestyle, and folk style at the same exact time. I highly recommend it. At least get wrestling's wrestling. You get matches, you get experience, you wrestle a lot of different guys, best guys in the country, travel around, get the experience. It's great. And Bill Zach's done a great job with that program. He's going to be speaking, actually one of the guest speakers at the FCA breakfast at the NCAA tournament this year.
You won't meet a better guy than Bill Zadig.
You don't get better. Once you're that good of a person.
He really is.
You know.
Great leader, phenomenal human being. Him and his wife Sam recently having a little baby girl.
Yeah.
Done a phenomenal job with the men's freestyle program. Of course, they win the team title in 2017 in Paris. I was lucky to be there that night. What a great night that was. Kyle Snyder, the Big Ten, of course, of Ohio State, beats Abdul-Rashid Sajalive to ice it for the United States. Came down to the final match.
2 world champions are not going to make the USA lineup at the Olympics. Speaking of how good Bill Zadig has done, how well he's done as a leader.
Bryce Jordan Center, early April, United States Olympic trials. Be a ton of Big Ten representation inside that building. Riding time over 2.5 minutes here for Brooks, looking to ride Webster the entire second period. And he is strong, JD. I mean, you look at Brooks. He's working on the cradle once again. My guess is he's probably like 19 years old, maybe 20. That's it. Another guy that made the trip, Greg Kirkley, had wrestled at Simley here in Minnesota. They brought him along. He originally was at Minnesota. But I think the plan was that he was going to wrestle 197 for the Gophers, and I believe he wanted to go heavyweight. Whatever the situation, he moved on. But they brought him. But he's another guy that's done some big things on the world stage. Quick escape there from Brooks, 5-1. Reason I bring him up again is just the young talent. Penn State last decade, no rebuilding, just reloading. 90 seconds left here in the third. For the Gophers, they're back here, or back for their final Big Ten home duel on February 21st against Nebraska. Of course, next weekend they are at Iowa.
Nice. Another great low ankle shot.
Neutral.
Penn State's got to be the best. I mean, John Smith is really good at that type of stuff as well, but I feel like over the years, the last decade or so, Penn State has so many wrestlers that are able to hit those type of positions from Kale.
Just clean, crisp finishes for Aaron Brooks. Another takedown makes it 9-2. Riding time is secure. So he'll need another takedown to get the major decision.
One green, red, pulling the headgear.
There's a technical violation on Webster, so it's another point to Brooks. So now he does have that major intact. Up by 8.
30 seconds.
Highly likely Aaron Brooks is going to look for one more takedown.
He's really been active today.
You got 20, Aaron. One more. Pop. 2 hands to the leg. 2 hands to it.
Scored 19 points against Lehigh and 10 against another Lehigh wrestler. So this is one of his larger offensive outputs of the season. Puts up 13 on the board.
With 2 seconds left.
Great way to finish a match. Puts the cherry on top. Major decision for Aaron Brooks.